Hi and welcome to Engineering Workbench and learning all about the value our Smart Compare solution can bring to your workflows. Smart Compare will significantly speed up the process of identifying changes to standards, understanding critical changes, sharing those changes with others, and ultimately making the correct decision to reduce impact on your projects. Smart Compare is Accura's own AI-driven technology, intuitively surfacing revisions in standards and making it easy to manage those changes. Let's get going now and see Smart Compare in action. I'm going to be using this API document as an example and focus on the critical infrastructure element of pipelines. They need to be regularly inspected, maintained, and repaired using guidance from documents such as this. I have my document here in the search results, and I can immediately identify that Smart Compare is enabled, as we can see the comparison icon to the right. Let's open the document, selecting the Compare function. Do know that you can do this here from the search results like I'm doing now, or you could open the summary or the document itself and then choose to compare from those views. We can see that there's a recently released 2022 version of this API document, so we'll want to see what has changed and compare that to the earlier version from 2015, which we'd been using previously to ensure quality in our pipelines. Please note that if you have access to all previous versions, you can choose exactly which version to compare to. I can immediately see there have been a lot of changes. It would have been a hugely manual process in the past to go through all these changes and understand what is relevant and has the most impact. With the Smart Compare technology, we're speeding up this process now immensely. Let me start by highlighting a few things here for orientation. You can easily identify the versions you're comparing at the top of the page. Left is the older version, right is the current version. You have the option to search for keywords within the text if you're looking for something very specific. We're going to get to that in a second. You also have the ability to rotate the view if you have a specific preference. The great thing is as well that you can immediately see the types of changes that have been made, and the volume of overall changes is visible in the middle column between the versions. So the more grey you see, the more changes have taken place. Now let's focus a bit more on the changes themselves. You can emphasize changes to make them really stand out. You do that here at the top of the types of changes. What's also quite exciting is the possibility to quickly hide any editorial changes you like. At times these may not be relevant or may drown meaningful changes that you should really be focusing on. If we have a quick look at the different editorial changes there are, we can see the sheer volume of them. Being able to hide these can really make a difference. We can quickly identify the indicative percentages of the different change types, i.e. changes, insertions, deletions, and moves. These give me a great overview of the main changes compared to the previous version. Let's get more specific and understand if anything related to leakage parameters has changed. I can do this by searching for parameter in the original document. As I click through to next, I can see, for example, that a large part of the text has been deleted. Clicking on that highlighted text will show you on the right-hand side what exactly has been deleted. These are some of the things that may be left completely unnoticed when doing this manually. Let's look at the types of changes a little bit more. I'm going to deselect all the other changes and only leave inserted, as I need to understand if something of value has been added that I may need to consider. The information here regarding externally based leak detection systems is indeed potentially of very high value to me and the whole team, so I want to make sure this is included in our internal procedures. I can therefore quickly create a link to this section and share it for easy access with my colleagues via email or chat, for example, or paste it in our procedure documentation. I can do the same with the other change types as well. If I now want to focus solely on the actual changes, I can do so by choosing that change type. If I scroll a little further down, I can see that 1113 has changed to RP 1113 and that the historical document is no longer supported by API. This is critical information to understand. I hope you now have a better idea on how our smart technology can really help you identify key changes without wasting time on changes that are not relevant to you. Do join our Entering Workbench webinars to learn more. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.